Hello again, everyone. This is episode 3 of my Let's Play Grand Campaign, War in the East as the Soviets. And I did a few things off camera, not too much, but I did notice that there were some units that I had not moved. And then another thing that I did that is a little bit different is on the map information, I press this button, which toggles the fort levels on and off, and it tells me where I have forts and where I do not have forts. And as you can see in this area where I was building up troops kind of in a defensive posture, defensive strategy, building up these areas or trying to get my troops into these areas to defend it. There's a line of forts that are level 2 forts. And so I wasn't doing that before, but I would still logically chose these areas as places I wanted my troops in, just across this river. So as you can see, there's obviously a good reason to actually do it as well. And so that's why I am trying to get them into those areas. And then up here, it's not quite as fortified. I have some here that I'm trying to get troops into. I have some here that I'm trying to get troops into. And then here in the area of Skov, I think it is. I think that's how it's pronounced. It might be Puskov, I don't know. But either way, I'm going to pronounce it Skov. And because it's just easier for me to say it Skov. So I'm going to try to get some troops in to these forts, level 2 forts. And that's when I'm going to make my first stand. As you can see further back, there's not as much fortified areas further back. There's a little bit here around Kiev, and where else? Is there any? There's not really anywhere else. There's a little bit up here near Leningrad. I don't know how this is going to play out. I don't know how easy or hard it will be to keep Leningrad. If they focus all of their troops on Leningrad, then I am going to probably lose it. As you can see, these troops are cut off. I did learn something. I watched Tank of Doom's Let's Play of the Soviet side from 7 months ago, and he was actually using naval transport to get some of these troops out and put them over either here or here. But either way, I'm going to see if I can't do that next turn. If I can't, these troops are probably gone. He actually is defending Riga, which it does have a level 2 fort and is protected by a river on 3 sides. So I probably should have tried to save Riga, but one thing you will note is they have 2 very strong units here. They were probably going to cut it off from supply anyway, and I was probably going to lose that fairly quickly. The other thing I want to say is I didn't know the actual mechanics of doing this, but and I can't do it on turn 1, but one of the things that you do is on the Soviet side is you move your factories out. And I can't do this on turn 1, but I can do it in later turns. And what I will be doing is moving my industry to east of Moscow for protection. And that's what historically the Soviets did to protect a lot of their production. And so when the next turn pops up, I will definitely be doing that. And that is one of the things that you probably have to do to have a good shot of winning the game, because just like in war in Russia, if you didn't move those factories, you lost that production, and you really need all the production you can get to beat off the German attack. So beat off. Sorry about that. But or hold off the German attack. Sorry for my poor choice of words there, but anyway, so that I did notice something else on the Tank of Doom video that I don't think that I'm allowed to do for some reason, and that was let's see. He was moving all of his Air Force units that were under morale 19 to reserve, and it's not let me do it because he had above disband, he had reserve, and it's not letting me do that, and I'm not sure why it's not letting me do that. But let's see if this one has it. Nope. um, yeah, maybe it there's something I'm doing wrong because it doesn't look like any of them are allowing me to move them into reserves. Maybe it's full. I don't know. Maybe the reserves are full. I don't know. But, oh, wait a minute. Here's some. So I am going to move some of these to reserve, I guess. Um, see, a lot of them do not have it. So I don't know why they're disallowed from being put into the reserves, but a lot of them just are not allowed to. Anyway, see, that's 4 straight. See, this one will allow me to do it. I'll probably do that next turn. I mean, I know that you really kind of probably want to do it on this turn, but I I don't want to waste any of my recording time, or not waste, but I don't want to use up all of my recording time showing you, having you watch me put however many air units into reserves. One other thing he did was he was moving his air units around, or building up some of his air units. I don't know if that is something I want to do or what, but here's some that actually I can move. I really want to have some units in that. We'll put them there, and then I guess if maybe somebody else over here, we'll put them on the other side of the river and see if that, that works. See, I still have some movement in some of my troops, and I want to make sure I get them in the right places. Let's see. Rail mode. Okay, see, I can move him by rail. And then I turned down the scroll speed, but I think the game is lagging still a little bit. Not too much I can do with that. I don't know why it's doing it, but these units, I think, might be in trouble with these 2 units coming up like this. So that's another little group of units I think I need to move back a little. See, after about 5 or 10 minutes of this game, it really starts, not being very responsive. It won't scroll. It takes a long time for it to, acknowledge mouse clicks. And I don't think it's the game. I think it's probably my computer, or whatever's going on with my computer. It's probably slowing down for whatever reason. I've had somebody say that it's not that big of a deal, but it is kind of worrisome to me, because I don't necessarily like playing it when it's doing this, because see, if I try to scroll down, it's real slow and jerky, and that's because, oh, he's still on train. You got to take him off train. It's very slow and jerky, and I don't really like that, to be quite honest. This guy can be moved as well. See, I wish I had forts here instead of here. But let's put him there. And then So I still have some movement left in some of these guys, but when I have enough time, I'm gonna put him in this fort right here, and I might build up. I might not be just checkerboard here. I might have it almost a full line, because I really don't want to not have troops in these, because once he pushes back one, or if this is in the middle and he has an empty space in between and they rout him, then they'll have a, a clear, lane of 3 hexes wide, and I don't really want that to happen either. So, something to think about. There were some units in here that I moved. Oh, and that's another thing he was doing. He was clicking that to refit. So let's see if we can't click these to refit. Depleted. And honestly, I don't know how to add units, or if I can add units. I don't know if they just automatically come back after a certain amount of time or what. In the old War in Russia, which was made by the same person, Gary Grigsby, you could add units straight from HQs, and build up units that way. And I almost wanted to do a let's play of War in Russia, but one of the things that, it's still fun to play, but the screen is something like, 760 by 400 or something. It's like a little bitty square in the middle of my monitor, and that makes it not as much fun, but it goes a lot quicker than I'm sure this game does, because in that game there's not all the different movement points and all that. It's infantry can move 1 hex, and tank units can move 5 hexes. No, infantry can move 2 and tanks can move 5. That's what it is in good weather. In bad weather, it varies, and depending on their supply situation as well. But anyway, I think that is it. And then I'm going to go ahead and click end my turn. And somebody did tell me that in 42 and 43, actually, is the Bullis Kappa flow. He told me that AI turns in 42 and 43 can actually go as long as 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes actually. So that's something to be ready for. One whole episode might be just the AI doing their turn, or I might not even show it, depending on how long it is, and then we'll just kind of go through the battles after the fact with the the battle screen where it shows the battles and what took place, because if an AI turn takes 30 minutes, that's pretty boring. But it might be something people want to see. I don't know. These first few turns are not going to be as long, because I'm actually running away in a lot of different places, and so we're not going to have as many battles. And I think I started this video almost about 14 minutes ago, I guess. So here we go. Here's the AI going at me again. That little clicking sound is they're doing reconnaissance flights over my troops. Okay, so see, these troops are probably going to lose. Yeah, I'm not going to have that port to naval transport my troops out, unfortunately. I'm not really happy about this, but who knows? Yeah. Oh, crap. Well, we knew this was going to happen. The silver lining, if you will, of us losing tank corps early in the war is the fact that a lot of these tanks are obsolete, and when they come back, hopefully they'll come back with better tanks. Um, and the silver lining on the troops being lost is that we've got a lot of manpower to make up for that. Something I thought about in between my last episode and this episode was I didn't really talk too much about the Red Army purges that Stalin did in between 36 and 38. There's a little bit of discussion, I think, now of how much it hurt the army, because originally they thought it was between 20 and 30% of generals and top army officers that were purged, and now they're saying it was more like 4 to 8%. But I was reading about it, and it's something like three marshals of the Soviet Union or whatever is like a 5 or 6 star general. They were purged. About 15 major generals were purged, and then generals at the corps command level 150 or so. So a lot of experience was purged out of the Soviet army right before the war started, and that also led to the initial 6 months or so of retreats and losses and poor showing of the Soviet army. Yeah, these troops right here, they're probably gone, or I know they're gone. They're going to surrender. One of them surrendered. Wow, look how far these troops have gone. Their Panzer Corps are really making moves. That's pretty concerning right there, because look at that guy. See, I didn't have anybody to put it there, and now they're gone through. This game might be over a lot quicker than I thought. Ah, see there, we held. That's the first battle where our troops held. Yeah. I think that was a level 2 fort right there. I could be wrong. Jeez Louise. They got him. Wow. Wow. Oh, this is the pocket. This is the pocket before Minsk. Yeah, all these are gone. These units are the ones I was trying to get out, get back. I might have been building them up in that area. That one looked like it actually held. Okay, so they retreated back across the river. They did too. Yeah, they should have held them. That's not gonna end well. There you go. Another of my units held. They're gonna try it again. They'll probably, yeah, they retreated. Damn it. See, they went around the river. That's good AI right there. Well, this AI turn is taking a lot longer than the first turn, of course. I'll run the episode until the AI is finished at least, because I don't want to just cut it in mid AI turn. Ah, it's over. The bloodbath continues. I have about 3 minutes to kind of look around, see what happened. Those panzer divisions of the German army really ran forward fast. A lot quicker than I thought they would. They are tearing it up. But the thing you got to remember is if they outrun their supply, they can. But that's not the most ideal way to do things, and they will probably be running on lower supply levels than they're used to. Okay. So we've lost 479,000 men, 6,000 guns, 3,400 AFVs, and 1,000. I think that's self-propelled artillery. But see, most of them are these T-26s, 11,000 T-26s. No, not 11,000, 1,170 or so. And, some of them are these better tanks, the T-34. And let's see where the KVs are. Oh, there are the KVs, 57. So really not as many of the better tanks. We're really purging out a lot of the bad tanks. And let's just take a look. What is that? That's, toggle enemy hexes on off. So as you can see, they've actually kind of made it, you know, in a little bit over the river, which I don't like at all. Um, I don't have enough. I'm sure this is exactly what they were thinking. I'm gonna have to move a lot of these guys up, I think, to help because they are. I just don't know where all my units are going to come from, to be honest. They completely they didn't come after this part right at all. I need to move these guys back and get them over here somehow or do something. And also, see it. I don't know exactly how I'm going to fend all of these guys off. I thought I was going to be able to do that, some of that with these guys, but it looks like they're completely out of places to go. We need to get these guys back. See, they don't have enough movement to get across that river. You know, whenever I'm playing the Soviets, they certainly seem to have a lot of units to be using. I don't know where they're getting them. There's Vitebsk. Okay, well, I'm going to cut this episode to a close here. I don't think I really can. Why isn't he not moving? Why can't he move? He has 15 points, 15 movement points. Why is he not allowed to move? Oh, I know why. Duh. Okay. So anyway, I'm gonna call this episode to a close. I really do appreciate you watching this. We're not out of this yet. We gotta do a better job, though, of making a stand. I know there's a guy there. Oh, maybe there's not. Oh, there's not. Well, we need to get some more people there. No. We definitely need more troops there. That's a little better. All right. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. This is episode 3. It's turn 2. It's still early in the war. I still have high hopes for defending the motherland, although the the Germans are advancing pretty damn quickly. But I guess that's probably what the Russians were saying when they were watching them come forward in June and July of 41. So anyway, I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.